So the first couple poems I have are from a book an upcoming book called Spirit Songs. It is poetry and poetic memoir about family and honor, culture and history, identity and lost lineage, following the story of my journey on the forgotten trail of my ancestry, basically. I'll start with, actually, it's one of the voices in the book that is not very often heard. It's called The Unrecognized Indian. We are the pale-faced Indians, the apples turned inside out. Some of us grew up on the red, but most lived amongst the white. Enrolled or not, we look white or black. Not Indian enough for Indians, and too different for the non. But there are the few that listen to our hearts beat strong. With open arms, they welcome us home. The next one is part of it has a painting that goes with it.
Would you like the music stand?
You know, I thought that would be helpful.
Did you bring the paint?
No.
Is that close enough? Or?
Might be a little closer. It's called Where I Belong. It's actually 3D. It's really neat.
The poem or the picture?
Because of one line in the poem, and I wanted to have that feeling of this nighthawk kind of like whooshing down, so I made it 3D. Drilled into the frame, yeah. So where I belong. I long to go back to where I belong, beyond this show of plastic molds and shallow minds, to the place I know where silence was born, somewhere in between the snap of a falling tree and the whoosh of a nighthawk's wings. I long to be back home, immersed by the smell, permeating the air in a nostril flare of aromas, bathed in the dews of morning, where it all began at the break of dawn. Sweet petals unfold to the sun, while I write a few lines under an ancient tree, chattering about time. This next one is actually, it'll be slightly different, but it'll be in the St. Paul Almanac, the 2015, I think. It's called Boxes of Blood. We are colorblinded by race and obsessed with sex. A society of half-truths where people skim by, indifferent to the divides placed categorizing them in groups, averaged out on paper. We follow the order as the instructions say and check the box that applies to us. There are boxes with color and labels of culture, but no American box for the multiracial. No box for my blood, a mix of races and cultures. No box for my heart's first choice. But still, check a box. The label you were marked at birth. I check white, but sometimes not. Shrouds of darkness. The oppression of the Indian is deeper than poverty and darker than addiction. It is a wound in the heart of the spirit felt deep within the soul. Footsteps. Between two worlds, I scamper along the banks of yesterday, trying not to fall. With shoes in hand, I hear the songs and see see the people that match the tune. Hesitant to re-enter the world of my home, I sit and pray until the sun goes down. I put on one moccasin and one Italian leather boot and walk into the world of tomorrows. I read all sorts of other poetry. There's another book that'll be coming out probably right around the same time. It's called Ponderings of an Unconventional Mind. It fits with my other poetry. But this one, I recently, last November, turned 40. So I took this old poem of mine called Ponderings, and I made it into Ponderings at 40. I'll leave you with this. Some of you will remember the beginning. I heard lots of woo, woo, when I naked. I stand before you all. As a new day rises amidst shadows and colors of dawn, on a quest of love and growth, a path of pebbles and stones, I sing my song upon a gift to belong. Let's dance the morning in. With the quick step, I move between rolls and coffee breaks, taxi and disabled days, transfixed in a world of words, wondering how I got here, where I stand. 40 with a cane in one hand, searching for me again, as I watch my child turn teen. Amazed at who she's growing to be, I remember when it was me, and how hard it is to grow up. Now I sit, crossing roads well-traveled. As I ride my second wave, I wind down the path of life, skipping stones and weaving the stories of my days.